So kung ang ginagawa nating research is gender-related, then we can make use of the variable gender. But in general research that we are conducting, we are still using sex, the male and the female group. And these are the two levels that identifies this factor sex. So the variable or the dependent variable, the response variable, pare-pareho lang yun, response variable, dependent variable, or the variable of interest is the occupational stress. And we know that occupational stress can only be measured by a scale. So there is a scale that that measures the occupational stress of employees. So what scale is that? That leads to a psychological test. And there are two factors that we are considering in this example. We have the factor age and sex. So dito sa example natin, meron tayong tatlong levels of age. Those age less than 40, ages 40 to 55, and ages above 55. So kagaya ng lagi kong binibilin sa inyo doon sa data collection natin, kapag ginagamit natin ang numerical variables such as age, it's better that we leave our questionnaire blank. Wag nating ilalagay sa questionnaire itong mga levels na ito. That leads to the analysis of the researcher, syempre. Kaya kapag doon sa questionnaire natin, nakalagay kaagad itong tatlong ito, the only way that your respondents can answer your questionnaire is to check on which level they belong. Pero hindi nila masasabi kung ano talaga yung exact age nila, kung sila ba ay 41, sila ay 42, or sila ay 39, sila ay 35. So I repeat and I reiterate, in your data collection instrument, if you have your numerical variables in your profile, it's better that you leave a blank space for your respondents to answer the accurate value that is needed in your data collection. Itong ganitong pag-level natin, such as this factor age, ginagawa na lang ng researcher yan or ng statistician. Kasi mas magandang exact age or exact numerical value ang responses ng ating mga respondents pagdating sa numerical variables dahil mas madaling mag-compute ng parameters. Mahirap mag-compute ng average age kapag itong mga ito ang naka-check slots doon sa instrument natin. Unlike kapag exact value, at least mako-compute natin kaagad ang average or the mean age or the median age or the mode age. The other factor that we are considering here in our example is the gender or the sex. The sex has two levels or classifications, the male and the female. So these two factors, age and sex, has its multi-levels. Ibig sabihin, it is hypothesized now that the age affects the occupational stress or has influence to the occupational stress of employees. In such a way, also, that sex also has influence on the occupational stress of employees. So kung lalaki o babae, magkaiba ang occupational stress na na-experience. Kapag kayong age less than 50 or age less than 40, iba yung occupational stress experience doon sa age above 55. So yun yung manner of hypothesizing on the influence of two factors on a single dependent variable. And there are two versions of this two-factor analysis of variance. The first one is the basic version, or this version is what we call the no replication version, because it has only one observation in each cell. So isang occupational stress, so nasa occupational stress tayo, isang occupational stress from one employee in each of the 6 cells. So kung ito yung cells natin, let's say for example, we have these cells. So sa isang employee, meron lang siyang meron lang isang entry dito sa cell nito. So we have one, this is cell number 1, this is cell number 2, cell number 3, cell number 4, and cell number 5, and cell number 6. So we have 6 cells to consider. So sa first version, there are no replications. Isa lang yung laman ng cell na to. Pero in the second version, we have what we call the with replication version, because it has more than one observation per cell. But the limitation says that it must be equal, or the number of observation in each cell must be equal. So we have 3 replications in each cells. So 3 replications in cell 1, cell 2, cell 3, cell 4, cell 5, and cell 6. So pare-pareho sila ng replication. So kapag ka merong dadalawa dito or merong iisa dito, then we cannot make use of the second version. We opt to use the first version. Any questions so far? Walang question. Okay, continue. So, the very important advantage of this second version is that we can test the interaction between these two. So, sabi natin kanina, merong influence ang sex, so occupational stress, at meron ding influence ang age sa occupational stress. Paano kung pinagsabay natin itong dalawang factor na ito? And in this second version, we can test the interaction between these two factors that influences the single dependent variable. So yun yung gamit nitong two-factor analysis of variance. Yung lalaking mas matanda, lalaking mas bata, babaeng mas matanda, at saka babaeng mas bata. Paano sila nagkakaroon ng occupational stress as influenced by these two factors? Question so far? Pag nalilito, magtanong ka agad, kasi kapag diniretso natin to nang hindi natin naintindihan tong introduction na to, mawawala kayo mamaya sa analysis. Question? Wala. So in this two-factor analysis, meron tayong pangatlong hypothesis. Doon sa first version, kapag ginamit natin itong two-factor analysis, ang first version, yung significant differences of the dependent variable as influenced by the first factor. And then doon sa second hypothesis is the significant difference of the dependent variable as influenced by the second factor. But in this second version, sabi nga natin, as an advantage, we can have our third hypothesis, which would state that the two factors are independent, or there is no interaction effect between the two factors that may be attributed to the dependent variable. Question so far? So if there are no questions, we can proceed with the how would we compute or how would we conduct the two-factor analysis of variance manually. So nabanggit ko naman na ito kanina, itong mga ito, only the assumption. Ito lagi naman nating napag-uusapan ito. It is assumed that in the inferential statistics, we should have met these three assumptions: the normality assumption, the independence, and the equality of variance. Yes. Patok si Jessica. Yes, Jessica? Jessica?
Yes, sir. Sorry po, late ako.
Bakit? Why are you late?
Sir, hindi po ako nagising eh.
Okay, in that case, I can have you removed from the call. Sorry.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, ang daming disturbance. Tanggapin ko sana, kaya lang hindi maganda yung reason. Ay, ano na yung sinasabi ko?
Katatapos sa tatlong
Ayan, na-reiterate ko naman na ito kanina, yung mga advantages and itong assumption lagi sa inferential statistics, we should meet this. The normality can only be assumed if we have sige nga, may we recall? Kahit sa normality na lang, how can we assume normality in the inferences of our data? What's the main consideration to assume normality? Anyone? Oh, kalimutan na nyo na naman yon. Pinag-uusapan natin lagi yan. Lagi kong binabanggit yan ha. Versali. What's the consideration to assume normality in our data distribution?
Sir, normality assumptions means that the collected data follows a normal distribution po.
Yes, it should follow the normal distribution. But what is the limitations of having a normal distribution in the data collection? Sino ba? Marvin.
Sorry sir, di ko maalala.
Diba, inuulit-ulit ko lagi sa inyo, bakit bakit nagkakaroon, sino yun? Ilka?
Sir, maliban po dun sa sinabi ni Ma'am Bersalie na each factor level have a normal population distribution po, dapat po same din sila ng variances, and of course yung data po is dapat independent po.
Yes. Siyempre. Independent and equal variance. Doon sa normality and equal normality, that is very important. Bakit ko sinasabi sa inyo lagi na yung data nyo na pilot testing ay hindi magsusuffice doon sa mga inferences natin. We are only using your 10 respondents as your samples. Andito ba si Ryujel?
Yes, sir. Pero medyo di ko pa ma-record. Sorry po.
What is the minimum number of respondents for us to assume normality?
30, sir.
30.
35.
Yes, please say 35.
35.
35. Medyo, yung 30 acceptable yon, pero in practice, mas maganda kung more than 30.
50, sir.
50.
80 po.
Yes, 35 and above. So that we can assume considerations of normality. So kapag 25, mahirap gumawa ng inferential statistics. Questionable yung inferences natin kapag gano'n. Di ba lagi ko inuulit yun? Na pinapagamit ko lang sa inyo yung 10 respondents nyo on our tests sa mga statistical tools para hindi na kayo mag-additional respondents. So, continue. So, nabanggit ko na rin naman kanina to. The replication, randomization, and the local controls. So the division of age and the division or the classification of sex would accumulate with an experimental error. Kaya nga magsusort tayo sa two-factor analysis of variance with replication. Kasi this experimental error can be checked using this two-factor analysis of variance. So to continue with the example, we have the data on the occupational stress as measured in a stress scale or the scores of the employees as grouped according to age levels and the sex levels. So the table says that there are 3 male employees with ages less than 40 with occupational stress scores 88, 89, and 87. So tatlo din sa 40 to 45 na lalaki, tatlo din dun sa over 55 na lalaki. Ganon din sa female, may tatlo doon sa age less than 40, tatlo sa age 40 to 55, at saka tatlo sa age over 55. So, question ngayon. Siyempre, question nila kaagad. Sa 10 lang yung respondents ko. Paano kaya yun? So, again, we just have to make use of your data whenever possible for you to experience how to make use of utilize this statistical tool, two-factor analysis of variance, if the experiment calls for a two-factor analysis. So kung hindi naman kailangan, then so be it, no need. So again, the first step in your solution is the statement of your null hypothesis. Never conduct your statistical inferences without stating your null hypothesis. Walang automatic na null hypothesis. Kaya ang daming deductions doon sa outputs nyo. Dahil yung iba hindi na naglagay ng hypothesis. Although may conclusion. Kaya lang, doon nga, yun nga ang question doon. If you are in a research panel, tatanungin kaagad kayo, ano bang hypothesis mo? Bakit ka nag-conclude ng ganyan? Pag wala kang maipakitang hypothesis, then questionable kaagad yung buong research mo. That is the importance of the statement of your hypothesis, because the null hypothesis is the statement that you as a researcher would wish to reject para magkaroon kayo ng conclusion. So for the first hypothesis on the first factor, age, we may say that all groups or age groups have equal stress on the average. Or in your formal research statements, you can read that as there is no significant difference on occupational stress of respondents when grouped according to age. And for the second factor, both sex groups have equal stress on the average. And that we can also state it as there is no significant difference on the occupational stress of the respondents when grouped according to sex. And to identify the error or the interaction error, we can have the third hypothesis that the two factors are independent, or that there is no interaction between the two factors that may be attributed to the dependent variable. So for our examples, we can state there is no significant interaction between age and sex of respondents that could be attributed to their occupational stress. Question so far? O, naka-close na kayong lahat. Question? Yes, Annabelle.
Sir, dun sa bawat variable po, isa-isa din sir yung ano niyan, yung hypothesis po. Hindi po ganun sa ginawa ko, pinag-isa ko. Kailangan po isa-isa.
Yes, isa-isa. Kasi kung doon sa research natin, let's say for example, nakalagay doon sa SOP, there is no significant, nasa analysis of variance, one way yun, ano? There is no significant difference on the dependent variable when grouped according to profile variables. Yun ang SOP madalas. Pero pagdating sa analysis, iniisa-isa yan. There is no significant difference on the dependent variable when grouped according to age. There is no significant difference on the dependent variable when grouped according to sex. So yun, isa-isa dapat yung null hypothesis na yun. Kasi isa-isa yung pag-conduct ng analysis of variance. Okay. Question answered?
Thank you po, sir. Ako, sir.
Okay. Any other clarification? Na, so we continue. So paano natin ginagawa ngayon? Step 2 would be to compute for the means of each factor. So pagka mean, average lang to ha. So average ng 88, 89, 87 is 88. May question pa ba sa pag-compute ng average? Baka naman pati sa pag-compute ng average, may question tayo. Diba? So average of 89, 91, 86 would be 88.67. So this means that the mean of the occupational stress of the male with ages less than 40 is 88. So yun lang yun. Ganun lang naman ini-interpret yung table na to. So the mean of 82, 82, 85 would be 83. And the mean of 86, 88, and 89 is 87.67. The mean of 92, 98, and 81 is 87. And the mean of 86, 96, and 90 would be 90.67. Bold na natin ito. Okay. So what about this? The mean. This means that the mean of all the male group is 86. And this can only be computed by adding 88 plus 83 plus 87 divided by 3. That would be a value of 86. And the mean of all the female group, regardless of age, is 88.67, 87.67, plus 90.67 divided by 3 would be 89.0. So we have the mean of the male group and the mean of the female group. We also compute for the mean of each age group regardless of sex. So to compute for the mean of age less than 40 is 88 plus 88.67 divided by 2 would give us a mean of 88.83. And this is the mean of employees ages less than 40 regardless of sex. The mean of employees with ages 40 to 55 regardless of sex is 83 plus 87.67 divided by 2, dahil dalawa lang naman yan, is 85.83. And for the third age group, regardless of sex, would be 87 plus 90.67 divided by 2 is 88.83. And for the grand mean, pwede natin gamitin itong tatlong ito or pwede rin natin gamitin itong dalawang to. So 86 plus 89 divided by 2 is 87.5. Pero kapag itong ginamit, 88.33, 85.33 plus 88.83 divided by 3, since mayroon tayong 3 observations, would still give us an equal grand mean of 87.5. Ngayon, pag magkaibang na-compute nyo, gamit ito at gamit ito, ibig sabihin merong mali doon sa computation ninyo ng mga means on each groups. Question so far? Question naman kayo para makapagpahinga naman ako magsalita.
Wala pa pong question, sir. Sana po laging lang mean.
Okay. After computing for the mean, the third step would be the computation of the degrees of freedom. So how would we compute for the degrees of freedom? So the total degree of freedom would would be the total number of case minus 1. So how many cases do we have? Since we have 3 replications and we have 6 cells, diba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells times 3 replications would be a total case of 18. Minus 1 would be, sino yun? Sino yun? May nag-question ba? Parang may nag-raise ang hand. Wala. So total case, 18 minus 1 would be 17. And for the degrees of freedom for sex is the number of columns or the number of sex groups. Ilang sex groups ba meron tayo?
Dalawa po.
Dalawa. So, number of columns is 2 minus 1. Kaya nilagay kong number of columns kasi yun naman ang nilagay natin as a column, yung sex. So, whichever, kung ano yung ginawa nyong column dyan, kung yan, ginawa nyong column yung age, di ang magiging number of columns nyo ay 3. Pero in this case, the column is the sex group. So we have the 2 groups, number of columns, 2 minus 1. In case of the degrees of freedom on age, the number of rows. And we have how many age groups?
3, sir.
3 groups. So 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3 minus 1 would be the degrees of freedom for the factor age. And for the interaction, we have the product of the degrees of freedom of the first factor and the degrees of freedom of the second factor. So ito lang naman yan. Ito yung degrees of freedom ng first factor. This is also this. And the degrees of freedom for the second factor. We multiply that would give us the degrees of freedom for the interaction. And in our case, what would be the degrees of freedom for interaction?
2, sir.
Interaction? Degrees of freedom for sex is 1 and degrees of freedom for age is 2. So 1 times 2 would be an interaction degree of freedom of 2. Okay, so for the degrees of freedom of error, we have the total number of cases. How many cases do we have again?
6, sir.
Huh?
18, sir.
18 po.
18 minus the number of columns. How many columns do we have? Or the number of levels in the first factor is 2. And the number of rows?
3.
3. So 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract it from the total number of cases. What would be the
12,
degree
sir.
of freedom or error? 12. So take note of those degrees of freedom. So we have 17, 1, 2, 2, and 12. So for the next step, we have to compute for the F statistic. But before we can compute for the F statistic, just like in the one-way factor ANOVA or one-way ANOVA, we have to still compute for the sum of squares. The SS total, the SS for the first factor, the SS for the second factor, and the SS for interaction, and consequently for the SS of the error. So with the formula, the sum of the square difference between the individual, this is for the SS total, between the individual score minus the weighted mean, or this is the grand mean, and you sum it all up to have your SS total. Paano ginagawa yon? So itong unang to, 88 minus 87.5, pag binalikan natin, this is 188 minus the grand mean, 87.5. Ito yun. Square. And for the second, 89 minus 87.5, 89 minus 87.5. Continue. Yung pangatlo, 87 minus 87.5, 87 minus 87.5 square. So we do that with all of these individual scores. I-read nga natin. So lahat ito, you subtract it from the grand mean individually and squaring it individually also, and sum it all up to get the sum of square total. So kung meron kayong 18 na cases, ibig sabihin meron tayong 18 na squared difference. So ginanito ko lang ito, dot dot dot, and so on and so forth lang yan, pero isa-isa dapat yan. Baka mamaya pagdating sa solution, dati kasi sa compre, ganyan ang ginawa. Nilagay din dot dot dot, kasi yun ang tinuro ni Sir Emong. Never do that in the compre kapag merong manual computation. So make it complete. So for that is for the sum of squares totals. Question so far? Question na bago tayo sa susunod na formula. Next formula. So for the first factor, we have to compute for the sum of square. And we use the formula, the number of replication for the R times the number of levels in the second factor. O take note, nasa first factor tayo. Ang first factor natin dito ay 6. R is the number of replication. B is the number of levels of the second factor. Ano ba yung second factor natin kanina? Kung ang first factor natin ay 6,
Sir.
yung second factor natin, ilan ang B? Dapat 3, di ba?
3, sir. 3.
And again, we have 3 replications dahil tigta-tatlo lang naman yan. Equal replication. 3, 3, 3. Ayan sila. Times the sum of the squared difference between the mean of the first factor and the grand mean. So dito tayo. The mean of the first level. So meron lang naman tayong dalawa dito. The mean of the male group and the mean of the female group. Dahil we are trying to compute for the sum of squares for the sex groups. So, dalawa lang yan. So, A1 and A2. So, ang A1 ay 86 minus 87.5 square. Yun. Plus, since that would be summation, yung mean, since that is for the first factor, meron tayong second level 89 minus 87.5 square. And then sum that all up, we multiply it by the number of replication 3 and the number of levels in the second factor to give us the sum of squares for the first factor. Question so far? Kakasunod? And we do that also with the second factor with the same formula. Pero in the case of the second factor, we make use of the number of replications and the number of levels in the first factor, multiplied by the squared difference between the mean of each levels in the second factor and the grand mean. So meron tayong tatlong levels, so tatlo squared difference yan. So for the first one, we have 88.33 minus 87.5 square plus 85.33 minus 87.5 square, and lastly, we have 88.83 minus 87.5 square. Ito yung tatlong yon. Compute that, it would give us the sum of squares of the second factor, h. So what about the interaction? So sabi natin kanina, yung interaction is all about the interaction between the two factors. So ilan meron tayong interaction. So kung ilan yung cells natin, yun ang meron tayong interaction. So interaction between male of ages less than 40. So that's one. Interaction on male with ages 40 to 55, that's another. And another over 55. And female ages less than 40. Another would be ages 40 to 55 female. And another interaction with female over 55. So this interaction would be subtracted individually and squared individually from the grand mean. So 88 minus 87.5 square. Then 83 minus 87.5 square. So 6 yan, kaya dapat 6 din ito. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, nasa interaction na pala tayo. So, the difference formula of the interaction minus the mean of the first factor minus the mean of the second factor level plus the weighted mean. I'm sorry. So this is the case. 88 minus 86 minus 83.33 plus 87.5 squared. So i-minus natin itong dalawa from the interaction, add it to the grand mean, and then square. Ito yun. The second one, 83. So this is 83 minus 86 minus 83. Ay, dito na tayo. Minus 85.33 plus 87.5. So yung intersection lang naman niya, yun ang isa-subtract. So pag nandito tayo sa 87, subtracted ang intersection between mean A1 and mean B2. So 87 minus 86 minus 88.83 plus 87. Pang-apat, 88 minus 89 minus 83.33 plus 87.5. Pang-lima, 87.67 minus 89 minus 85.33 minus 87.5. And we also do that with the last cell. The mean of the last cell minus the mean of the second level of the first factor and the mean of the third level of the first as the second factor plus the grand mean. So this is this formula, and we multiply it by the number of replication. Again, hindi naman nagbabago yung number of replication natin, 3 lang naman yung replication. To give us the sum of squares for the interaction. And for the sum of square of error is simply subtracting the sum of all the sum of squares na na-compute. SS sex, SS age, and SS interaction subtracted from the total sum of square. Ito yung total sum of square. It would give us the sum of square for error. Question so far? Yes, Rene.
Sir, yung sa computation hindi na sinusunod diyan sa ano, yung ang PEMDAS niya ano.
Naka-PEMDAS yan. Ayan meron tayong grouping symbols. Naka-bracket siya. So mauuna yung nasa parenthesis and then square. Parenthesis is square, parenthesis is square. So pag nakuha mo yung mga yan, you just add it. So sinusunod pa rin ang PEMDAS. Clear?
Okay po, sir.
Okay. So again, So yung error, add mo muna lahat yung tatlong na-compute na sum of squares, yung parenthesis, and then subtract it from the total sum of square to give us the sum of square error. So after computing for the sum of squares, we also compute for the mean sum of squares for each sources of variances with the formula sum of square divided by the degree of freedom. So kung natatandaan nyo kanina, kinumpute natin individually yung degrees of freedom ng age, ng sex, ng age, ng interaction at saka ng error. At ganun din yung sum of squares ng sex, ng age, ng interaction, at ng error. Yung mga yan. Tapos degrees of freedom. So easily we can compute for the mean sum of squared or the MSS. So individually for sex, sum of squares for sex divided by degree of freedom for sex. Mean sum of square of age, sum of square of age divided by the degree of freedom for age. And then mean sum of squares for interaction is equal to the sum of squares for interaction divided by the degree of freedom for interaction. And finally, the mean sum of squares for error would be equal to the sum of square of error divided by the degree of freedom error to give us all these mean sum of squares. So we are now ready to compute for the F ratio or the computed value of F. Individually, the F for sex, the F for age, the F for interaction would be divided by, or the MS of age, sex, and interaction by the MSS error. So itong error na to would be our denominator in computing for the mean or the F statistics for each source of variance. So for age or for sex, we have MSS of sex divided by the MSS error. And for age, we have MSS for age and MSS error. And for interaction, we have MSS interaction divided by MSS error. So all of this will now be your basis for rejection and acceptance of the null hypothesis. Again, what is our convention in rejecting and accepting null hypothesis? Anyone?
Answer.
Marvin. You're raising your hands, Marvin. Do you have any question, Marvin?
Sir, ayan po.
Yes?
If the computed value is greater or equal the critical value, so rejected po yung null hypothesis.
Mm-hmm. So remember, nandito tayo sa F, ha? We are comparing the computed value of F, not the p-value or the significance value. How about if we are on the significance value, the computed significance value? what will be our convention on rejecting and accepting the null hypothesis? Yes, Ryujal.
Good morning po. Sir, kapag ka po less than or equal to 0.05, reject null hypothesis. Pag po greater than 0.05, accept null hypothesis.
Yes, very good. So don't be mistaken with the two convention, with the two process of rejecting and accepting the null hypothesis. So kapag ka ang F ratio ang kino-compare natin sa computed value of F, then this should be our convention. If the computed value is greater than or equal to the critical value, we reject the null hypothesis. So we are now ready to construct our ANOVA table. So again, comparing our F ratio to the critical value. Paano tayo ngayon? Can you still remember how to put your critical value on the table? Oh, may pagkakaiba dito ngayon. Doon sa analysis of variance, we are only comparing two mean sum of squares. Tama? Dalawa lang yun, di ba? Yung between and within sum of squares. Kung alin ang mas mataas, yung degree of freedom magiging numerator. Tama ba? Naalala nyo yung analysis of variance? Yung one way? Ito ba yun? Dito sa one way, dalawa lang yung sources of variance natin between group and within group. So sa pag-locate ng critical value, kino-compare lang natin itong dalawa. Yung mas mataas na MSS, magiging numerator ang DF. Siyempre, dahil dalawa lang yan, magiging denominator na yung isa. But in the case of the two-factor analysis, we are comparing 4. So ganito, kino-compare natin itong tatlong ito, first factor, second factor, and interaction doon sa error. So for the first critical value, yung 40.5 compared to the 11.5 MSS error, mas mataas yung 40.5. Ibig sabihin, ang numerator natin ay 1, ang denominator ay 12. Value. Ang numerator natin ay 1. Nakikita niyo tong screen?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Numerator 1, DF1, at denominator ay 12. Ang intersection nila ay 4.75. So therefore, the critical value is 4.75. Pagdating naman sa age, mean sum of square ng age 21.5 compared to 11.5, mas mataas pa rin yung sa age. So ang numerator ay 2, denominator ay 12. Numerator 2, denominator 12. We have the intersection, the value 3.89. This one, 3.89. Pagdating dito sa interaction, 6.5 MSS is now less than 11.5. So ang magiging numerator ay 12 at denominator ay 2 dahil mas mataas yung sa error. So pagdating sa table, ang numerator ay 12, denominator ay 2. The intersection value would be 19.41. So, a critical value of 19.41. So, we have now the 3 critical values of F comparing to the 3 computed values of F. The first value, 3.55, ay 52, compared to 4.74, that is less than the critical value. So the decision is to accept the null hypothesis. Ganon din sa second F ratio, 1.89, lower than the critical value, 3.88 or 89. Still, the decision is to accept the null hypothesis. And ganon din sa last, for the interaction, 0.56 is less than 19.41. Decision would be to accept the null hypothesis. So with these computations and with these parameters and decisions, we may now have our conclusion or our interpretation of the results. So, it means that on the average, since we have accepted the null hypothesis, we may state that on the average, all the age groups have equal stress or occupational stress, which implies that occupational stress does not depend on the age of employees. So kahit gaano daw kabata, kahit gaano katanda, pare-pareho lang ng stress sa trabaho, sa occupational stress pala. And for our second conclusion, since meron tayong pangalawang hypothesis, that on the average, both sex groups have the same level of occupational stress. So it means that the gender or sex has no contribution on their occupational stress. Kaya mabababae, mapalalaki, pare-pareho lang na na-experience na occupational stress. Pero mayroon tayong pangatlong hypothesis that there is no interaction. But we have accepted that null hypothesis. So it means that there is no interaction between the two variables, the sex and the age, that would be attributed to the occupational stress of employees. So pwede rin sabihin there is no significant difference on the occupational stress of employees when grouped according to age, when grouped according to sex, and that sex and age has no interaction that would influence the occupational stress of the employees. Question so far? Hello, may kausap pa ba ako? Nag-leave na yata lahat.
Meron po, sir. Dito po kami, sir, nakikinig.
Question?
Buffering, sir. Charot.
Buffering daw.
Madugo na naman, sir eh.
Ang dami nung for
Sir, mas madali talaga sa SPSS.
parang
Yes.
meron ba rin sa SPS?
Tama, sir. Correct ka dyan. Ay, sa SPSS yun, sir.
Parang kami nag-algebra, sir.
Pangpol lang sa SPSS, sir.
Advanced algebra tayo mo.
SPSS daw. Oh, ito yung SPSS. Oh, sa SPSS kasi,
Talaga ng manual eh.
sa SPSS, nakikita niyo ba?
Opo.
Dito lang tayo sa general linear model. Kasi sa analysis of variance, sa one way, dito lang tayo, di ba? Pag two-factor, dito sa general linear. Univariate. Oh. Lagay nyo lang yung independent variable at saka yung dalawang independent variable. Ngayon, depende sa inyo kung ano yung gusto nyong reports. O kung gusto nyo mag-post hoc test doon sa dalawang factors nyo, pwede rin. Ilagay nyo lang kung chef o taki o yun lang naman ang pinag-aralan natin.
I-accepted naman, sir, lahat. Char. Diba, pag magpo-post hoc ka lang,
Kaya nga, kung meron nga,
Sir,
kung kailangan lang,
may mag-post hoc.
it would give you already your ANOVA table. So meron kang first factor, second factor, the interaction, and the error. So kung alin ang meron dito, kunyari sa first factor, second factor, the third factor. So since itong tatlong ito, greater than 0.05 naman or 0.01 if that would be the case, the accepted ang null hypothesis.
Merong isa.
Huwag nyo nang pansinin yung intercept. Maguguluhan lang kayo dyan. Gusto nyo bang pag-aralan pa yan?
Huwag na, sir.
Dito na lang tayo. Sa mga factors ninyo. Okay, so you can make use of your explore niyo yung ano nyo, yung species nyo para hindi sayang yung pagkaka-install nyo. So lahat ng reports dyan, pwede nyo gawin yan. Oh, yung chef test, meron pa din dyan.
Mga MBA. Wala.
So sir, mamimili ulit kami na namin variables dun sa namin, sir. Data namin as part
Yes,
of
that can be possibly hypothesized to have interaction. Pero wag naman kayo mag-hypothesize ng napaka-imposibleng interaction. Kahit isa lang. Isang two-factor analysis lang.
Ituloy namin yung ano namin, sir.
Paano isa, sir? Isang variable tsaka dalawa.
Isang dependent variable. Bakit gusto nyo ba lahat ng dependent variable nyo?
Sir, one only.
Isa lang po. Sige po.
Isang dependent variable. Isang dependent variable tsaka dalawang independent variable. So, isang analysis, isang two-factor analysis lang. That means,
Sir,
come again.
isang two-factor analysis of variance. Ibig sabihin, ang involved lang ay isang dependent variable at saka dalawang independent variable, dalawang factor. Ngayon, pag sinisipag kayo, di gawan nyo lahat ng dependent variable nyo with the same independent variable.
Sir, parang nalito ko.
Sir, tama ba? Isang response variable tsaka dalawang factor variable?
Yes.
Dalawa age and sex ulit, tapos
Isang variable lang.
isang response variable, sir. Tama po ba?
Oo, yung isa sa'yo, yung writing research. O, di yung writing research lang.
Yun na yun.
Tapos age tsaka sex ulit, sir. Parang ganun po.
Ngayon, kung 6 yung sa'yo, sinisipag kang gawan yung 6, o di gawan mo yung 6 na yun.
Isa lang muna, sir. Isa lang muna. Sa dependent na tayo po ako, sir. Huwag na tayo sa independent.
Iko-compare na naman siya.
Ay.
Oh my God.
So, kumbaga, sir, parang tatlong hypothesis lang ulit yung
Tatlong hypothesis.
dilitaw po.
Oo. Baka naman sabihin yun, dami-dami namang pinapagawa ni Sir.
Ang dami nga,
Isa
sir.
lang. Isa nga lang yun eh.
Sumagot agad.
Break sa activity, sir. Charot. Sir, kailan deadline?
Deadline, mamayang hapon.
Ala! Patay na.
2 SPSS lang yun eh.
Hindi mo naman tinuro isa-isa doon eh. Nag-shortcut ka kaya, sir.
Nanapot na computation yun, sir.
Magpipindot-pindot ka lang dyan, oh.
Ay!
Mag-general linear ka lang dyan. O tapos,
Ang bilis
kung
niyo.
ayaw mo yung,
Pwedeng pwede
ayaw
din
mo yung dalawang variable na yan. Yung, kunyari sa occupation tayo, tsaka educational, na-hypothesis ba man? Occupation tsaka age. Oo. Yan, kapag ka dyan, wala pa din dyan, o di no significant difference tsaka no interaction between the two factors. Ganun lang naman eh.
Pero nakakalito kaya.
Isa pa, sir.
Isa pa, dito naman.
Sir, yung walang data, sir.
Ha? Paano walang data? Eh, may data na kayo, di ba?
So pwede lang i-reuse yung nakaraan. Sinave
Oo nga,
niyo pa, guys.
Iyon naman yung gagamitin nyo lagi, ah.
Oh, okay.
Sir, tama ba yung coded ko?
Hindi ko pa nag-go over yung ano. Hanap na tayo ng magkaroon ng ano. Ito, hindi ko
Ala.
pa- Six.
Ikaw.
Wala pa din.
Puro pasado, sir. Walang bumabagsak.
Ano, naghanap talaga siya ng mayroong
Sir, wag na, sir.
Para makita nyo kung ano yung difference ng ano.
Masap naman ah. Wala tayong kanin. Meron ba?
Wala.
Yay! Yay! Ang bilis-bilis niya, oh. Tignan mo.
Let's say for example, ito. 0.021. So, ibig sabihin, we can reject the null hypothesis on sex in terms of the dependent variable participation of task. It means that there is a significant difference on the participation of task
May kanina.
in terms of when the respondents are grouped according to sex, but there is no significant difference on participation on task when grouped according to age, and that there is no interaction between age and sex that can be attributed to the variable participation on tasks. Diyan lang naman, titingnan nyo lang naman kung merong less than 0.05. Pag less than 0.05, rejected ang null hypothesis.
Alin? Ilagay ko na lang dito eh. Wow, anak ka lang ng Diyos ah.
Question.
Joke lang. Ayaw mo na.
Nangingiti na si Ryugel. Sabi niya, bitin. Sabi niya, isa lang.
Hindi, sir.
Easy daw sir.
Easy na ba, sir? Para nakabisan doon sa computation, sir, kanina. Haba po.
Mahaba talaga kapag ka manual.
Opo.
So if you could just imagine, ganyan yung ginagawa namin ng mga unang panahon ng research. So anyway, dito sa lecture, meron pa tayong pangalawang example pero hindi ko na i-discuss. Pero pag sinend ko, kasama naman na siya.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Information overload, sir.
Yes, this would be a hypothesis on the effect of the crowd size and the self-confidence of a speaker when speaking in front of the audiences. So kapag konti ba ang audience at mataas ang self-confidence, nakakapagsalita ng maganda, ganun ba yun?
Opo, sir.
So, ang importante naman dito, hindi naman yung pagko-compute nyo. Importante yung computation nyo sa pag-break. Pero in actual research, at meron naman kayong application, at meron naman kayong applications na ginagamit, all you have to do is to interpret the results. So kagaya nito, ito lahat na reject. Sa crowd size and self-confidence. So merong hypothesis sa crowd size, may hypothesis sa self-confidence, at saka may hypothesis sa interaction. So all of which are rejected because the F ratios are greater than the critical values. So it means that ano ba yung hypothesis nito?
Ganyan ang gagawin namin, sir.
Hindi, this is on how to analyze your Ito lang naman ang kailangan ko yun. Ito lang ang kailangan ko sa inyo.
Yan, ganyan, sir.
Yes.
Tapos yung namin, yung hypothesis na
Yung hypothesis, 3.
Ganyan.
There's no significant difference on the anxiety level of speakers when grouped according to self-confidence. So since na-reject yan, it means, conclusion, there is significant difference on the anxiety levels of speakers when grouped according to self-confidence. And there is significant difference on the anxiety levels of speakers when grouped according to crowd size. And since rejected naman, there is
in fairness, nag-gets ko, sabi niya.
There is an interaction between the crowd size and the self-confidence of speakers that can be attributed to their anxiety level
Machika, tsaka
in speaking.
naka-premium lang siya sa akin. Naka-premium lang siya sa akin. Parang chat GPT ganun.
So, yan yung mga kailangan ko sa inyo.
Kaya pala, pagkilita lang siya sa sir.
Yung results, yung ANOVA,
Wait lang sir,
at
nag-isip
saka yung
lang ako,
hypothesis.
May pag-iisip niya siguro nagtatype siya. Nagsisearch siya.
Question? Mahaba pa yung oras natin.
Pahinga na po. Paparin mo na.
Mag-question na kayo para kuan. At kuha lang ulit ako ng tubig ko.
Ma'am Ana, sino na magkukompre?
Ay, ano ma'am, magki-create po tayo ng GC next week, by Monday siguro, Tuesday.
Sige, ma'am.
I-add po namin kayo.
Ma'am, ongoing na ba enrollment? Hindi pa naman po.
Tayo, sir, sa old ay 26.
Okay.
26 po magkakaroon ng link.
Sila ma'am.
Isip kasi ako kahapon, ma'am, pupunta na ba ako dyan sa Caste Campus? Kasi nagbayad po ako ng balance ko kahapon.
Sa IBA, sir.
Opo.
Ay, kahapon na sa IBA din po kami. Doon po kami nila, Ma'am Ilka.
Sana all.
May ano po, sir. May
Sa inggit, sir, ang init.
Ang init, ang sakit sa ulo.
Ma'am Annabel, kukuha pa rin po ba ng permit ngayon to the final exam po?
Ay, opo, available na daw po yung permit, yung clearance natin, sabi po ng accounting. Hindi pala ako nag-message ng GC.
Ma'am, yung GC na yun, MPA lang o lahat na po ng
Ang
program?
kalahatan po yun, ma'am.
Sige.
Ma'am, dyan po kinukuha yung permit sa Caste Campus.
Ay, doon, sir, nagbayad ka, sir, ng balance mo? Hindi ka pa niya binigyan?
Hindi po eh.
Ay!
Matik, dapat
Hindi sa pagpunta ko po doon. Fully paid, sir.
Ako, fully paid na po.
Oo, ma'am, walang binigay na permit.
Opo, walang binigay.
Basta fully paid, sir, sana binigyan niya na kayo, mga tip na yun.
Ikaw na kukuha, ma'am.
Mag-message po kayo, sir. Tapos mag-message kayo ulit, sir. Baka makalimutan ko.
Apo, thank you.
Papunta ko po doon next week, siguro Friday or Thursday.
Ako din, Ma'am Annabel,
Sige, ma'am.
Basta fully paid po yung mga...
Opo.
Mag-message lang po kayo, ma'am, para ibigay ko sa kanya yung star.
Ma'am Annabel, may computation na ba kami ng displacement?
Meron na po.
Sige, ma'am.
Ay, kayo, ma'am. Meron kayo, ma'am.
Meron kami, ma'am, yung isang subject.
Isang subject, opo.
Pero ma'am, may result na nung na-evaluate naman kami.
Ma'am, yung kulang na lang ng grade yung yung ngayon.
Sige, ma'am. Hindi pa po namin na-check last time. Dalawa pa yung kulang sa last time eh.
Wala pa rin hanggang ngayon, ma'am, yung
Hindi pa siguro, ma'am, hindi pa nakapost sa
Sa SIAS, ma'am, wala.
Ang daming langot sa amin.
Kape pa ba yun?
Ba't hanggang hapon doon kami?
Oo, hanggang asa is. Hindi ko pa matapos yung research ko. Sana magpa-early, na siya? Init na.
Ma'am, sila Ma'am Joanne saka sila Ma'am Shai, hindi pa din po nag-compre, di ba?
Joanne?
Mascara.
Parang nag-message yata sila sa GC dati.
Parang sasabay ata sila sa atin po.
Apo, ma'am.
Apo, sige po.
Teka nga.
Kanong motor yan?
Ha?
Kanong motor?
Yung?
Gamit niya?
Yun na.
Katay din.
Motor lang, di pwede din. Oo, di kaya ako.
Hanggang siya? Ulo mo na yun?
Isa na.
Kaya ko na?
Walang kunti ulang?
Wala, hindi ko na kaya. Umay na ako. Yan pala yung nalagay. Tingin mo. Tanga naman ito. Naka-open cam?
Jay, mag-compre ka na rin ba?
Opo, ma'am.
Okay.
Opo, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ayan, nakikita nyo ba yung screen ko?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Yes, on the screen is an analysis of variance table for a two-factor analysis. And you see blank spaces here.
Opo.
And the problem would be possibly to complete the table and analyze the table with interpretation. So what if ito ang mga given? The sum of squares for the first factor, the second factor, the third factor, and the interaction, and the total, and the degrees of freedom of the first factor, second factor, the interaction, and the error. So wala lahat yan. So first step is for you to complete the table before you can interpret, of course, your hypothesis. Siyempre, if the question is analyze the variables, the relationships among the variables, and complete the tables and interpret. So before you can analyze, of course, i-complete nyo muna. So kapag given ang total degree of total sum of squares at yung sum of squares of all the sources of variances, what will be the sum of square of the error? Volunteer. Jennifer. Chat si Jennifer, volunteer daw siya. Yes, Silka.
Bale sir, kukomputin muna namin yung total sum of square po. Tapos i-apply namin yung formula na tinuro nyo kanina, which is the total sum of square po minus the summation po nung sum of square ng sex, age, and interaction po.
Yes, that would be the total sum of squares minus
the sum of squares po ng age.
Sum of squares of sex,
Ano po yun? Age and interaction po.
and interaction
Yan
to
po.
give you your error. So what about the degree of freedom? The total degree of freedom would be sino naman? Total degree of freedom. Marvin. Ay, iba naman. Lagi na lang sila Marvin. Sino po ba yung...
Sir?
Iba kasi hindi nagbo-volunteer kaya tuloy hindi ko natatawag eh. Nandito ba sila Kim? Dito ba si Kim? Almayra. Wala na si Myra. Sino pa bang nandito? Venice. Nandito si Venice.
Hindi na ba yan magsasabog?
Sabog yan.
Deliver. Ay. Deliver. Sorry.
Roland, will you please give us the total degree of freedom?
Sir, pero medyo nahihilo po ako. Hindi ko pa po sir masyadong mag-get.
Nahilo na siya. Sino pa bang mga nandito? Ana Joy.
Sir, iniisip ko pa nga. Tine-check ko po yung ano yun.
From the formula, what is the formula to compute for the total degree of freedom?
Natandaan ko lang po, subtraction 8 minus